So I'm sure it comes as no surprise that I really like the high-grade Origin RX-78 too. Here's another one. It's the clear variant, and I thought it was just a straight knockoff of the, I think it's a Gundam-based exclusive variant, or just a normal P-band. I don't know. But from pictures I've seen, it's not, because that looks more yellow in the official. This is very green. It's like neon green, pretty much. That replaces all the yellow. And I'm not really sure. I think it does, but this one for sure has like this weird sparkly glitter through the plastic. I'm not sure if the official one does. I couldn't tell with the pictures. I don't think so though, but I really like it. It's rather pronounced. Like it's definitely like looks like little glitter all throughout the Gundam. I really like that. And all the joints are still tight. Like being a knockoff doesn't affect the posability. In fact, some places it's very tight, so you want to be careful. The only place it's actually loose is the wrist cuffs. When you take the hands off, they come off. They just slide right off. There's no friction, but you got the hands on, it's no big deal. So it doesn't really matter. And I figure this would be a good time to show this, even though it's clear. It might be a little harder to compare, but I really want to talk about the high grade gem. Was it shoulder cannon slash missile pod type? This thing is amazing. I actually think I like it more than the RX-78 Origin, which this is based off of, like the mold. But it's really only, I thought it would be like most of the kit and just the head and maybe a few other pieces would be different. As far as I can tell, the whole armor is different aside from the joints. All the gray. So all the, this thing is very close to having a complete inner frame. Not all connected though, but it's kind of there. But yeah, they're all the same. So yeah, jointage wise, not even the backpack. Backpack completely different. I feel the gem it's supposed to be a mass production type, right? In my eyes, it's looking better than the RX-78 too, at least externally. Look at all those thrusters in the back. It still has the flip-out panels in the legs, which I think I've said before. I usually forget that they're there, but that's there. Even that, I think, is a little different in terms of the molding. Like, everything is different, as far as I can tell. I thought it would be the same, but no. Even the shoulders, they're different. They got these little added thrusters here. I think these are, maybe, I can't remember. It does have a different one you can put in. This one doesn't come with an extra pieces. It just has the one thing for the middle of the shoulder. Thighs are cool. They're a little more, slightly more rounded. He slightly has more rounded armor, like the knees. It's very, was it GP01? And even though the armor is pretty much all new, it has the same kind of basic design. So all the joints from the Origin, it basically applies here. I don't think there's really much of a difference. The one thing, actually, now that I think about it, the skirts are a little weird because they're kind of weird in how they go on. I find that maybe it's because it's a knockoff, but it doesn't like sit flush. It always wants to bounce back. It's kind of weird. A minor gripe. It's really minor. I really didn't even have to talk about it, but I did. And stickers, you got the ones in the joints, although I only have a couple of them on there because adhesive really good. Not like the ones where it's like, oh man, they just fall right off. No, these ones are too good. You put them on once, just, you better put it on right, or just not use them at all, you know? Yeah, everything's so good on this. I love the head. Head's very cool. Like that nice visor, the extra detail in the, I want to say the muzzle. Even some nice detail in the back, which matches the RX-78 too. I don't know if this part here on the chest is supposed to be flat. I can't get it in any farther, and I also can't get it out, so it's going to be like that forever. Another thing, I want you guys to let me know, because this guy has a colored V in the crotch. This guy doesn't. It's a sticker, which I didn't put on. Does the official one have it? I'm not really sure. From the pictures, I couldn't find quite like a detailed runner plate picture. So is that official, or is that just a knockoff? It's hard to say, because a lot of knockoff companies now make nice little additions to the kits. Now, I have it with the backpack with the beam sabers. You can do that. But this kit comes with an adapter you put on the back, and I can't get that out. It's not coming out. If I try and get it out, I'm going to snap the peg off. So I'm just going to leave it. But essentially, it works as beam saber holders, and it's a very tight connection. It's a very, very tight connection. Yeah, I didn't realize how incredibly tight it is. I'm going to have to take a little knife and make the hole a little bigger or dremel it through, because I tried to get them in and I had to like force it out with my hobby knife on the other side. So it's cool, but knockoff extremely tight, so be careful. But actually, we're going to take off one of these because just like the ARC-78 it comes with the over-the-shoulder cannon, hence the name shoulder cannon slash missile pod type. So you can have it like that, which is nice. Hey, this is a little loose right here. I've tried and tried, it's not getting any tighter. But it is identical to the one on the ARC-72. You just have it on whatever side you want. But it's the same. And it even has the arm-mounted guns on the wrist. You get the completely normal ones without that, but I like them, so I put it on both arms, because why not? Another cool thing, the shield. I really like the shield. I mean, there's always going to be a soft spot for this guy's with the star. And of course it has the, look at that, I love the glitter, I really do. Clear and glitter. Sometimes it's like Pulaski particles, they call it, when they do on build fighter kits. This extremely tight, super tight, tighter than I don't think any of the Origin knockoffs I have are that tight. You can store it on the arm perfectly fine. You can store it on the backpack, which is, I might do that just because of everything this kit comes with. I might just save space. Now, I was actually worried that this wouldn't connect very well because of all the thrusters, but there's just enough space between the two that are sticking up on the middle of the back, and it just goes right in the middle. So that's actually really good. It looks like natural in that position. Well, I'm assuming that's where it's supposed to go. Now, handheld weapons, you got the same gun. I think it's the early type weapon. Looks the same to me. Of course, this one has that clear green sensor. That looks kind of cool. And I don't know if you noticed the gray for the joints are actually more of a silver on this one. And I always like the flip out handle here. It's very cool. Some knockoffs, it doesn't go flat, but this one does. Also, I find the official one, because I did build an official ARC-72. This is, I think, a little better. These end piece here where you have to connect the barrel, this little thin piece, very, very bendable. I broke one of them. So be careful when you're sticking that in. It's just very thin here. And then the two that are specific, because you don't get the ARC-72's normal beam rifle that we were accustomed to, we know and love. No, you get a early type beam spray gun, which is completely new. And then you get the normal one that we're used to. I really like the early type one. Like, the design is very cool. I mean, I like the original, but it's nice to see something different, right? Get out of here. This is the gem's time to shine. Now, these don't have any pegs to clip onto, like, for storage, but like this one does, which they even show on the instructions. You can totally clip it onto the backpack. Unfortunately, like I said, this new adapter for the beam saber is not coming out, so that's not going on there. But that doesn't mean I can leave it on the ground. I can just connect it to the arm. Yeah, I always like doing that. It's nice that they actually fit. Maybe they're not supposed to, and I'm making the holes bigger. Who cares? And then we have the bazooka, which is the same, as far as I can tell, as the original. Still has the, you can't really see it, but I can feel the panel lining in here. So just a different color, which is fine. And once again, you do have the connector for the back skirt, which I can't use. Although, oh my god. I love it. I love it. This is a full armor gem. Well, almost. We're getting there, because the two other sets of accessories that you get, because, you know, it said shoulder cannon and missile pods, you get the missile pods, which are half-assed. And I kind of know why, because this guy originally was 2,300 yen. This guy's 2,500 yen. So, I mean, you do get more accessories and different parts for armor. So I guess I can kind of understand. But I wish what they did, instead of all these are stickers, all these little red missiles are stickers, if they had given one more piece of plastic, because you put the part with the missiles, the whole plate, into this cavity. Instead, you'd have the red going first, and then you'd have an outer cover with holes that would go around the red. They've done it before, but I understand. I just don't like putting all those stickers on. So rant aside, let's get the beam saber that we have left and the cannon out of here and put on the missile pods, which actually have an extra hinge they have to put on, so it gives you a little more posability with the missiles. I like that. You got that. And I didn't even notice these. I didn't notice them in pictures or anything. But you get side skirt ones too. And they're solid because this part here also, just like these, you put the stickers on and then you put it into the cavity. And then you can just put them into the new side skirts, which have the holes on them. I don't know why I thought that the RX-78-2 had the holes too, but it doesn't. I'm thinking about putting the missile pods in the backpack on one of my RX-78-2s to change it up and just give this guy the beam saber and the cannon. But now I'm thinking no, now that I have this all assembled, I'm starting to think no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it as is, be my Gem full armored, or Gem HMWS. HWS? Whatever. Oh, and of course you get the hands, you get the open hands and the holding hands and the trigger finger hands and the hands to be hands. I love this thing. This gem is amazing. Still love the RX-72. Okay, I have a lot, and I'm gonna probably get more. I just love collecting the origin kits, and this gem, holy crap, I love it.